Hello lovelies, welcome to today's class. I call this a Feel Good Pilates Flow. All you need is yourself and a yoga mat, maybe some knee pads. If you have sensitive knees, you can also use some cushions. I'll take you through 45 minutes of Pilates movements with a main focus on glutes, but you will train your core at the same time, okay? So get yourself ready. As always, listen to your body. I'm not in the room with you. I cannot see you. I can't feel what you are feeling. So if you need to rest, please rest. You can always modify in a way that works best for your body, okay? The hardest part has already happened, and that is you showing up today. I know that sounds corny, but it's true. So let's have some fun with it, and thank you so much for joining me. All right, let's get into it straight away. Come and lie down on your back for me. Take your Pilates rest position, which is soles of the feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Take your feet about hip width distance. Walk your shoulder blades away from your ears. Back of the neck is long, and then pop your hands on your belly for me, or your rib cage. Let's take a couple of deeper breaths. So inhale through your nose. Fill up your belly, expand through the ribs. Exhale, mouth, to let it go. And do that a few more rounds in your own time. Big breath in. Long breath out. Every time you exhale, at the base of the exhale, can you draw the belly button and the space below your belly button back to the spine? So there's a little lift of your pelvic floor to activate your deep core muscles. And then as you breathe in, really focus on expanding through your rib cage, pressing the belly out and expanding through your chest. Let's go one more big breath in. Long breath out. Good. Drop your knees together. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Cactus your arms so they're bent by your side with your palms up. And then drop your legs from right to left a couple of times, maybe more than a couple, just to release through the hips and your lower back. Let's go for another 3. Keep focusing on the breaths. Last 2. Good, once more. All the way back to center. Drop your hands down next to your hips just for a moment. Take your feet hip width distance and a few curls here through your spine. So imprint your spine as you tuck your tailbone. Your feet are hip width distance. And then just do that a few more times. Tiny pelvic rocks to release through your lower back. Now the next time you imprint your spine on an exhalation, just squeeze your sit bones as you lift up into a glute bridge. You're creating a long line from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. Try to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Really press the floor away with your heels as you energetically draw the heels towards your sit bones. So that's an activation that you will feel, you won't see it, okay? Now take another big breath in. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone as you roll the spine down vertebrae by vertebrae, upper back, mid back, lower back, sacrum and buttocks touch last. Continue here with your glute bridges, your hip bridges, nice and slowly. If you feel any niggles through the knees, take your feet a little wider, but try to keep those knees centered, or at least don't allow them to cave in or out. Yeah, so they're either in line with your hips or a little wider. But just imagine that you are carrying 2 cups of coffee on either knee and no liquid is spilling, okay? Let's go for a few more rounds. If you want to make this harder, please float your arms towards the sky as if you're holding a beach ball above your chest. Every time you lift up, you squeeze your glutes and you control the movement down. So your hip bridges or your glute bridges, really nice to warm up the glutes, the hamstrings, as well as your spine. Let's go for another 5. Last 4. You have 3. Remember, hands can always come down. You have 2. Good. Give me the last 1. You're going to hold your bridge nice and high. Your hands can come down. Now little hip dips up and down as if the front of your hip bones are trying to touch the ceiling. You are squeezing the fleshy part of your sit bones. Let's go for 8, 7, a little faster now, 6, 5. Keep your chest open. You have 3, 2, last 1. Hold at the top. Take your hands down first. Take an inhale. Hug your floating ribs in. So try not to flare through the ribs too much. And on an exhalation, just roll all the way down. Couple of windscreen wipers through the legs again. So drop the legs left and right to release through the lower back. Feels quite nice. And then slowly back to center. We'll do a few hamstring stretches by swapping the legs. So right leg to tabletop, interlace your hands behind the hamstring, and then extend your right leg to the sky as you flex your toes back towards your face. Movement through that ankle joint. So you can point and flex, circle with the ankle, whatever feels nice. And just notice how it feels for the back line of that leg. Now engage your core gently, so draw the belly slightly back to the spine as you start lifting the left leg and pop the right foot down. So straight away, movement through your left ankle, point flex. Keep the breath going, yeah? So inhale, expansion, and exhale through pursed lips as if you're blowing out an imaginary candle. All right, engage your core. We'll swap twice more to either side. So right leg in, extend it long, flex the foot. I'm just going to hold it still now for a good stretch through the Achilles, the calf muscle. Maybe you prefer to move. Yeah, listen to your body. Let's swap again towards the left. Pull the toes back. Once more to the right. Pull it back as far as is comfortable for you. Once more to the left. Lovely. And then place that left foot back down. Hands next to your hips for me. Again, walk the shoulder blades away from your ears. Back of the neck is long. Float your left leg to tabletop and then your right. Now, once they're there, just try to keep your knees over your hips for now. Your shins are parallel towards the floor. Notice how you have to engage your core here to refrain or to avoid your rib cage flaring. Yeah, so you want to have a tiny, tiny blueberry, an imaginary blueberry underneath your mid-back position. That's your neutral spine. Now, maybe this is enough for you today and you're going to stay. Yeah, your core will be working regardless. Otherwise, point your toes, please. Hinge the left knee away as you tap your tippy toes down. And then as you draw that knee back up to your hip, you're tapping the right foot down. So you are scissoring here. You're going to swap and swap and swap. Now keep drawing your belly button back to the spine. And if you feel that your shoulders are stressing too much, can you switch your palms so they are facing upwards? And it allows you to relax through the chest a little more. Keep breathing here. Now, if you want to make this slightly harder, you can by lifting your head and shoulders and interlacing your hands or holding your hands behind your head. Keep swapping those legs. Keep breathing. Keep the elbows wide if you're lifting through the chest. If you want to make this harder yet again, you go straight legs. So one knee into the chest, the other leg long, and then you swap and you swap and you swap. Let's stay here for another 10. You have 8. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now listen for the cue. Right knee to your chest. Drop your head down as you interlace your hands on your right knee and drop the left foot down. Pull the right knee towards your armpit. Take a big breath in. Easy twist. Guide the leg across the body. Stack your hips. Right shoulder stays down. So a couple of big breaths. Your knee doesn't have to touch the floor, okay? Just work on creating space for the right rib cage. So big breaths in through the nose and out through your mouth. If you need a little reset here, you can also breathe in and out through your nose. Yeah, yogi's choice. Otherwise, stick with your Pilates breath. Inhale. And exhale, mouth. Let's go one more breath. Stay for the exhale. And then slowly come back to center. Keep that right knee there just for a moment. And then use your core strength to swap to the left leg. Pull the knee towards the armpit. Take an inhalation. And then across the body, take your easy twist. Exhale. Left arm goes long or cactus. If your shoulder is floating away from the floor, then just bend that arm and pop your hand on your rib cage or anything that works for you. You can always take a cushion underneath the shoulder as a prop for a little bit of extra support. 2 more bigger breaths. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. And again, inhale. Long exhale. Now come back to center as you keep your left knee centered over the hip. Interlace your hands on that left knee and use your core again to swap to the other side. So your head stays down for now. Use your core, swap to the right leg, pull it in. Swap to the left leg, pull it in. To make this harder, again, lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. You are breathing. If you want to make this a little harder, go straight legs. So you're pulling the straight leg towards your chest and the other leg floats about 5 centimeters off the floor. You are here for 10. Keep your breath going. Tummy is on, yeah? So draw belly button back to the spine. You're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Knees to chest, any movements that work for you. A big breath in and a long breath out. Let's do that once more. Inhale. Big exhale. Now knees to your chest as you interlace, or just grab the backs of your knees. You don't have to interlace your hands. Draw the knees to your chest as you lift your head and shoulders. Now, using a little bit of momentum, you're going to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine to find a seat. If that doesn't work for you today, then just push yourself up to a seat any way you like. From here, roll over your knees, finding a tabletop position. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees under the hips. I want you to really think about spreading the fingers nice and wide to protect your wrists, okay? Few easy rounds of cat-cow. So as you drop your belly down, look forward, lift your tail, feel the stretch through the front of the belly. And as you exhale, push the floor away, chin to the chest. Again, inhale to look forward. As you arch your spine, lift your tail, exhale, tuck the tail, push the floor away. Couple more rounds in your own time. Notice the articulation through the spine. Two more rounds. Last round like this. Tuck your toes already for me, please. Now continue with your cat-cow, but the next time you round your spine, hover your knees 5 or 10 centimeters away from the floor. Look to your thumbs. Slowly drop the knees down. Arch your spine, drop the belly, inhale. Round, press the floor away, hover the knees, exhale. And again, inhale to drop, lift your tail. Exhale to round, dome the upper back, push the floor. Continue for 5. And 4. Good. You have 3. Little child's pose is coming. Last 2. We're going to hold, excuse me, we're going to hold that last one. Let's go one more round. So inhale to look forward. Exhale to hover, hold for 5. Really draw the belly button up and away from the floor. 4. Feel the separation of your shoulders. 3. You can always come down sooner. 2. And 1. Drop your knees. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes to touch. Drop your forehead to the mat and sink into a child's pose. So let your shoulders relax here. Maybe a little wiggle with your hips from side to side. And then when you're ready, come forward, find your tabletop position, hands, shoulders, knees, hips. And then take your knees a little bit closer towards one another. So there is about like a fist width distance between your knees. Lift your left leg long behind you. Push the floor away with your hands and draw your belly button up and away from the floor. Now maybe this is where you stay. Otherwise, take an inhale. As you exhale, curl knee to nose around your spine. Twice more. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Squeeze your left glute. Exhale to round, hug the belly in. Last one, inhale. Exhale to round. Lengthen once more as you inhale. Now listen for the change. Drop your right forearm to the floor so it is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Elbow underneath your shoulder and hug your left elbow in. Now flex your left foot, the one that's lifted. Draw the knee underneath the hip and then squeeze your glute to extend that leg long. Inhale. Exhale, donkey kick. Inhale. Exhale. Now you're working your shoulders here. Keep them away from your ears. Keep your tummy on. And even though your left leg is the one moving, your right sit bone, your right glute will be stabilizing here and probably feeling the burn a little more, okay? Let's go for another 5, 4. Don't forget to breathe. 3. You have 2. Remember, you can always come to a child's pose. Last one. Lengthen that leg long. Now tap your toes down. Straight leg lift up. Do not arch your back, please. So keep your tummy on the whole time. Think neutral spine. If you do yoga like Tadasana, mountain pose, or in Pilates, it's just your neutral spine. Let's go for 5. You have 4. I'm feeling the burn a little. 3. Let's go 2. Good. Last one. Lift that leg. Now rainbow hops at the back of your mat. So tap your toes towards the left. Tap your toes towards the right. As you tap them to the right, you will be crossing your thighs. This will get into that right glute a little more. Stay with me for another 5. You have 4. Keep engaging your core. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Give me 1 more. You're going to cross your thighs. Hold that leg lifted for 5. Squeeze your thighs a little more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Find a kneeling position. Hands on your knees. Close your eyes. Find a big breath in and a long breath out. Use these little pauses as a reset. So notice what your body needs. Maybe some rollouts of the wrist, some circles with the wrists, shoulders, neck. Continue to breathe deeply in through the nose. And then maybe exhale through your nose. One more inhale. And exhale. All right, let's come back to that tabletop position. You can stay here with your hands underneath your shoulders. If you want a little bit more, take your hands one hand distance further forward. Now from here, shift your hips forward so that you are in a modified plank position. Your core is on. You can take your knees a little wider if you need to. You can untuck the toes or keep them tucked, whatever is more comfortable. Shoulder taps, left hand to right shoulder. I just covered my microphone, so I still hope you can hear me. And right hand to left shoulder. So let's just tap the shoulders for about 20 seconds. Keep your core on, and you can do this from your tabletop position, no problem, okay? You're here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, last one. Hands under shoulders, hold for 5. Draw your belly up and away. 4. Shoulders away from your ears. 3, 2, and 1. Take a child's pose. All right, grab some water. You can always pause the video. Otherwise, tabletop position. I promise we are almost done with our tabletop stuff. I know this can get into your wrists sometimes. So that's why it's really vital that you spread those fingers nice and wide and you press the finger pads down. All right. Your knees underneath the hips, a little bit closer together again. This time your right leg goes long behind you. Take an inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, round your spine, tuck that knee in. Twice more. Inhale to lengthen, squeeze that glute to lift the leg. Exhale to tuck it in. Last one, big breath. Round, exhale. Lengthen on your inhale, hold. Left forearm now comes down, elbow under shoulder, hug the right elbow in. Flex the right toes down towards the floor. Now donkey kick, knee comes in and you kick it long behind you. Every time you kick it long, squeeze your glute. Do not drop your head here. There's nothing behind you. Look towards that left forearm or just in front. Keep your breath going. Belly's on. Let's go for another 6. You have 5. We go into that straight leg lift in 4, 3, 2. Give me 1 more. Lengthen that right leg long. Now control it down. Tap your big toe. Lift it all the way up. Tap and lift. You're only going to lift that leg as high as you can keep your neutral spine. So no arching through your spine. Let's go for 5. Keep pressing the floor away with your forearm, your elbow. 3. You have 2. Last one. Lift that leg, cross your thighs. Rainbow taps to the left and to the right. This one gets into your obliques, so keep stabilizing through the belly. Keep your breath going. Last 6 and 5, 4. We cross the thighs and hold in 3. Last 2. Give me 1 more. Tap right to the left. Hold it there for 5. Keep drawing belly in. 4. Squeeze your thighs. 3, 2, and release. Careful, come out. Sit onto your heels or take a child's pose, roll out your wrists. Big belly breaths, inhale. Sigh out your exhale. Twice more. Last one. Come forward, tabletop, only to lie on your belly for me. Now, I'm not going to go all the way flat because I've got my microphone here, but what I want you to do, firstly, your feet can be wider than your hips, and make sure that you press the tops of the feet down, okay? And as you do so, it's going to activate your quadriceps, the upper legs, and your knees might lift off the mat, or ideally they will lift off the mat. Press your hips down, and then pop your head, your forehead down on your hands, and drop your hands to the floor. Now this is your inhalation, okay? As you exhale, lift your head, hands, and your chest away from the floor. Inhale, you're going to go all the way down. Exhale, lift back up. And again, inhale. Exhale. Keep going for 5. You are working your back core muscles. 4. Keep drawing belly button up and away from the floor. 3. Hold your little back bend in 2. Last one. Now hold your back bend. Imagine your elbows have magnets. They're going to magnetize towards your rib cage. So draw those elbows in. Spread your fingers wide. 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3. Looking down. Back of the neck is long. 2. And last one, hands come back, hinge it forward, then drop your head all the way down. Few breaths. If you felt that in your lower back, bend your knees and very gently let your legs windscreen wiper from side to side. Then switch around, lie on the right side of your body. Your head is supported in your arm. So I'm on the right side. If you want to mirror me, you can lie on the left side so that you can do exactly the same movement. Otherwise, if you are on the right side, I'll give you a moment to maybe swap your mat around if you need to. But we're going to work into the glutes a little more. Now your knees are at a 90-degree angle. Your knees are in front of your hips, they're stacked, and your shins are parallel to the long edge of your mat. Now lift your top leg up in line with your hip, flex all your toes, and slowly drop that leg underneath the body. So you're extending the left leg long. Or if you have moved around, it is your right leg, yeah? So let's just say the top leg. Hinging in, knee in line with hip, and you extend that leg long. So similar movement to what we did in our tabletop, you're just lying on your side. Now I want you to check what your spine is doing. If you're not engaging through the side waist, your obliques, your spine will be in a hammock position, yeah, kind of like a banana shape. So imagine there's a really cold sheet of ice underneath the side body, and you don't want to touch that ice. So lift your side waist away from the floor. Another way to think about that is to push your top hip away from your rib cage. Let's go for another 5. Imagine that you are sliding dust off a table with that top leg. You are here for 4. We go into a straight leg lift, so same as in your tabletop, just a little different. 2. Give me 1 more, hinge it up and then kick it long. Now you're going to touch the inside of your foot to the floor and you lift that leg up. Now you're only lifting that leg up as high as you can keep your neutral spine. So I don't want you to create that banana shape again with your spine as you lift that leg. So it's going to go into the side glutes, maybe a little bit of the back glutes. Let's go for another 5. Keep your breath going. 4. We've got rainbow hops in 3, 2. Give me 1 more. Lift that leg high. Now tap your toes forward, rainbow hop forward, and then back underneath the body. So not behind you, just to that starting position. Forward so you can see your toes, and then back underneath the body. You are here for 10 roughly. Keep your breath going. And if you need to rest at any point, please rest. Last 7. Now, as that leg comes forward, that's when you want to watch your obliques, yeah, your side waist. 5. My ass is on fire. 4. You're doing so well. 3. Let's go. 2. Good, last one. Now tap that leg forward and a little pulses to the sky. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. All right, knees on top of each other. Just rest for a moment. Tap it out. And if you want a little twist, you can, in which case your bottom arm is going to come forward in line with your chest. You can always take a cushion underneath your head. Tap your hands together, your palms together, and then open your top arm all the way up and back behind you for a little twist. If you want to get into that left leg or your top leg, extend that heel forward. So you're extending through the top leg to get a little stretch through your hammies, your IT band, which is that thick band of connective tissue on the outside of your upper leg. Maybe you feel it somewhere else. That's totally normal. Yeah, we all have different bodies. But wherever you are, just resting in your twist for a few juicy moments. Inhale, nose. And then see where you can soften as you exhale. If you feel that you need to get rid of extra tension or heat in the body, you can exhale through the mouth. Otherwise, exhale through the nose for a few rounds. Come out of your twist by pressing your top hand in front of your chest. Slowly lift yourself up. Take a little cross-legged position here before we swap to the other side. Hands on your knees, tall spine. Maybe close your eyes for a few moments. Now you can stay as you are. If you're going to go with me, we'll take a side stretch. So take your right hand down, left arm towards the ceiling. Reach for the ceiling, walk your hand that's on the floor away, and take a little side stretch. Maybe your head rotates upwards if that is okay for your neck. Rotate your thumb up, relax that upper shoulder, take a big breath in. Stay for the breath out. Good, back to center, all the way over to the other side. You're going to lengthen, 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 walk it away. Keep pressing your hip bones down, your sit bones down. Inhale. Stay, exhale. And then slowly all the way back up. And we'll move towards the other side. So I'm going to line my left side. If you are mirroring me, you're on your right. But whatever you do, your top arm goes in front of the body, your bottom arm underneath your head. Knees are tucked up in front of your hip. Find that cold sheet of ice again, yeah? So engage your obliques, lift your top leg up, flex the toes, squeeze your glute as you lengthen the leg long. Now try to not move your torso too much. So it's really easy as you hinge that leg down to let your rib cage flare out. So try to contain that by drawing your belly in to engage your tummy and really focusing on the hip flexor, pulling the knee up and your bum, your glute, extending the leg long. Try to keep your toes pointing forward the whole time. So you're really driving that knee up and the heel down. So imagine you're pulling resistance up with that knee and you're pushing resistance down with your heel. Let's go for 7. You have 6. Last 5. Notice if this side feels a bit more sore, quicker. You've got 4. That's perfectly normal, yeah? This leg was your stabilizer on the other side. 3. Last 2, we go into that straight leg lift. Last 1, pull it up, extend it all the way down. Now tap the inside of that foot down and lift as high as is possible without your spine dumping into that hammock shape again. So tap and lift. Now notice where you feel it. It may no longer be the glute. It might be the outside of your leg. That's okay. Just notice, keep breathing. You're here for 5. We go into rainbow hops in 4, 3, 2. Good, last 1. Lift that leg. You're going to tap it forward. Make sure you can see your foot. And then rainbow hop it back. Oh my God, my bum. Let's go for about 8 to 10 reps. Stay with me, control the movement, yeah? When you get fatigued, when muscles start to fatigue or get sore, that's when you lose the quality of your movements. So slow it down, or maybe pause if you feel you don't have that quality anymore. So if you are compromising your spine or anything else, if you're stressing through the jawline or the shoulders, maybe just rest. Otherwise, you're here for 3. We're going to pulse in 2. Last 1, forward, hold. Now little pulses up for 5. Keep flexing your toes back. 4, tummy's on. 3, 2, and 1, release. Ouch. Okay, tap it out. Lie on your back for me. We're just going to stretch the glutes. Actually, no, come down to your side position. Forgot the twist. So let's do that twist because we did it on the other side. So keep your knees at a 90-degree angle. Pop your palms in front of you, and then your top hand reaches up and over as if you are painting the ceiling. Now, option to extend your top leg long to get into that IT stretch. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. Noticing where you can soften in your body. Notice the muscles that you have just worked. Let's take one more big breath in. And releasing, breath out. Rebend your top knee if that leg was long. Now roll onto your back, please. Make sure that you are centered somewhat in the middle of your mat. Now the first thing we're going to do is the left ankle to the right knee. Walk the right foot quite close to your sit bones if you can. And then maybe this is enough for you, yeah? We'll stretch the left glute. Maybe this is enough. Or if you need more, pull the right knee towards your body. So you're using the right leg here to pull the left leg in to intensify that glute stretch. Now, if you want help from your hands, left arm through the legs, right hand goes around, grab the back of the right hamstring or your shin bone, whatever is more comfortable and gives you the most stretch, but also whichever one you can keep your head and shoulders down for. Now, sometimes I like to extend and rebend the leg that has freedom. So in this case, the right leg. So if that is for you, bend and extend the right leg to get into the hemi, the calf muscle. Let's go one more big breath in. Releasing, breath out. Now before we do the other side, drop the right foot on the floor. Keep your figure 4 shape with the legs. Cactus your elbows by your side, so that 90-degree bend, and then drop your legs to the right for a figure 4 twist. Notice where you feel this stretch. If this is not for you, you can stay with your normal figure 4 stretch, or you can take a different twist. You can also take a cushion or a couple of props like books, or if you have yoga blocks, and pop it underneath your left foot or the right knee to bring the floor up a little higher. So basically anything that you have at home that can make your practice more comfortable, just always have it handy. Notice again where you can soften, close the eyes. Feel the breath in the rib cage. You might notice a subtle stretch through the obliques. Yeah, those muscles that you worked earlier. Let's go one more big inhale. Open the mouth. Let it go. Now mindfully coming out. Unravel your legs. Give them any movement or shakes, whatever you need. Before moving to the other side, right ankle, left knee. Maybe this is enough for you today. If you want more, draw the legs towards the body by using your left leg first. And then if you want more, grab the back of the hammy or your shin bone. Optional, hamstring flossing with your left leg. Slowing down the practice, slowing down the breath in through the nose and out through your nose. Now keep your figure 4 shape of the legs. Drop the left foot down. Take a twist, legs to the left, arms wide, cactus, T-shape, whatever feels good. Letting go of any tension in your forehead, your jawline, your eyebrows. Taking 2 more breaths. Inhale. A slow exhale. Maybe a bigger breath on your last round. Inhale. And open the mouth. Let it go. Come back to center. Hug your knees towards your chest if that feels good. Happy baby is there if you want to go to a happy baby. If you don't know what that is, you can draw the knees towards your armpits and then either hook your hands or your arms behind your knees as you kick your heels to the ceiling. So your knees are bent, yeah, but you flex the toes back. And then if you have the range, you can grab the outer edges of your feet, draw the elbows to the inner side of the shins. And then nice and slowly pull the feet towards you as you push the feet towards the ceiling to release through the lower back and the hips. If happy baby is not for you, you can draw circles with the knees or anything that your intuition is telling you. If you need to stretch a little more, I encourage you to do so. Otherwise, you're all done with your class today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.